So many times these moments and choices we make in our life can bring us to our knees out of a great service to our overall well-being, because we can take those moments and allow the discomfort that they reveal to us to be the guidance that we need to go deeper on our healing path. Big show today, guys.
Happy to be with you.
Gabrielle Bernstein, a role model for a new generation of spiritual seekers.
Hi, what's your name, sweetheart? Hi.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Gabby.
Hi.
My name, yeah, you don't understand. I was like so into being on the video, and I put all my energy, and I was like, you know what? You're just not gonna get picked. Just let go. And when your time comes, it's fine. And I was literally lying down in bed, and it popped up, and I'm freaking out.
Here you are, Yael. Nice to meet you, gorgeous. How's it going?
Good. I mean, I was crying for the past hour, but other than that, this is really unreal. And I loved everybody that was on here, sending my love to all of them. And I love your work. I came on here, I requested to be on here today because I'm having a little bit of a hard time. I'm getting married I'm supposed to be getting married in August. And I recently gained about 40 pounds in the last year. And I haven't seen my family in a year. So I'm in France now. I live in Israel, but I came to see them in France, and I knew that they would make some remarks about my weight. And they made a lot of remarks and told me that I'm not going to get married if I don't lose weight, and that they won't spend money on my wedding if I don't lose weight, and that I don't look so pretty and stuff like that. So it's been a little difficult for me. I know it's not such a big issue because it's just weight and I shouldn't cry about it.
It's a huge issue that your parents are speaking to you that way.
Yeah, when your own mother tells you, I don't want to outshine the bride, so we're not going to have any guests at your wedding. It's just going to be a small family reunion. So that's hurtful. Yesterday I was eating, and she screamed at me because I had a piece of bread. And she said, you think you're pretty? You're not pretty. You're fat. And so I don't know what to do. I'm stuck in France now with them. But I was like, I'm going to hop on Dear Gabby and see if I...
There you go. This was meant to be. Okay, my love. Well, here's the deal. God bless your mother. I'm going to try not to judge her. Then it's not right. So let's honor that and all that means to you. And I do encourage you to seek therapeutic support around that relationship, because that doesn't feel like a healthy attachment to me. Okay, so I don't want to be judgmental. We all have different relationships with our parents, but there's a lot to unpack here, and I want you to make sure that you get the right support in doing that. Okay, so that's number one. Let's take the focus off of her and focus it back on you. Okay, so you gained weight, and sometimes gaining weight's a good thing. And sometimes we need to gain some weight. Sometimes we need to get healthier. If you feel that it's unhealthy in any way, then that can be addressed obviously through your choices. But let's get to the root cause. Do you know what the feelings were that caused you to put on the weight that you did?
Yes, my whole life I was never fat. I mean, I'm a 5'3". Right now I weigh about 180, but my whole life I weighed about 140, which I think is pretty healthy. But my whole life I've been told that I need to lose weight. Do you know how many calories are on your plate? Stuff like that. And I got pregnant by accident with my fiance now about a year ago. And I couldn't imagine gaining more weight on top of the weight that I had. And so I said, I'm not, advocating abortion, but I was in a mental state where I felt like I can't have this baby. I can't hold the extra weight, and mentally I won't be stable. So I had an abortion before the baby had a heartbeat or anything, pretty early on. And since then I've been really depressed and just been overeating and feel like I'm such a terrible person, and what if I never get pregnant again, and all these things.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's a lot to hold. Well, first and foremost, let's focus on forgiving yourself, sweetheart, because you made a choice to bring your future child into a place where you will be mentally stable. And let's talk about it in that way. I want you to be really, really conscious of the choice you made, which is to be in a mentally stable place where you can be a container to carry a healthy pregnancy, right? And that's absolutely going to be in your future. And so many times these moments and choices we make in our life can bring us to our knees out of a great service to our overall well-being, because we can take those moments and allow the discomfort that they reveal to us to be the guidance that we need to go deeper on our healing path. Okay. So first and foremost, let's work on the baseline of forgiveness, self-forgiveness. Because so much of addictive patterns, whether it's overeating, overdrinking, overusing in any form, come from the feelings of wanting to, one, attack ourselves, right? Anesthetize, numb pain, avoid. Could be in even some ways just, another form of saying, screw you, mom, right? Screw you, mom. So
when I eat, it's like hurting her, but I'm really hurting myself.
Exactly. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful recognition. Gorgeous, gorgeous job. So I really want you to really start to get into the practice of self-forgiveness. And that doesn't mean that you figure this out overnight. It means that you pray about it. That every morning you wake up and you say, thank you, universe or God or whoever you speak to, for helping me forgive myself. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm willing to forgive myself. That is it. And I'm not talking about forgiving yourself for having an abortion, forgiving yourself for any form of mental attack that you've placed upon yourself, any form of judgment that you've placed upon yourself, because I want you to be able to see the choices that you've made in your life as choices that you made from a place of groundedness and safety and choosing what is of the highest and best. Okay. And so one of the paths towards recovery from any form of addiction is self-forgiveness and self-acceptance. The other thing I would be remiss if I didn't mention is that there are beautiful support systems that are free in the world for overeaters. Okay. And when I was younger, I was in Overeaters Anonymous for a period of my life in my early recovery. It helped me greatly. Because it just, we eat to numb out. We eat when we're anxious. We eat to make somebody else feel bad. We eat to not have to feel our feelings. We eat to hide. And when we have an unhealthy relationship to food, there's a beautiful program that's free. It's called OA. It's in every country in the world, in every language in the world. These days you can join anywhere through Zoom. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop overeating and a desire to become free. So that's a resource that we're not supposed to be out here, pitching the 12-step programs in the media, but I do want to make sure people know where to go. And so you could Google OA France or OA Paris or OA Israel, Jerusalem, wherever you're living, and find a meeting. Because you need a support system. And especially, for those people out there who can't afford therapeutic support. I have countless friends who never went to therapy once, but they've been in 12-step programs their lifetime, and they've done some of the most transformational supportive work they could ever imagine. Okay. So that's a big place to start. It's a big place to start because this. Dieting, while it's, maybe healthy for your physical body, it won't work unless you heal the root cause condition. And there's something I'm going to give you. I have a course that's called Finally Full.
I bought it. I bought it.
You already have it. Okay.
I started doing it. It's it's helpful.
Good. And I'm going to redo it soon. It was recorded 100 years ago. And a lot of people love the way that it has been recorded, but I'm going to redo it. And so I'll give you some more. So there's also a lot of beautiful healing that's available to us when we open up to the willingness to forgive ourselves. Because then if we stay in that dialogue of I'm willing to forgive myself, I'm willing to forgive myself. In that place of self-forgiveness, we no longer want to harm ourselves. Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, it's hard for me to forgive myself because I know even you talk about it a lot about women that are struggling with fertility and all that. And I just feel ashamed. Like God gave you a gift and you said no. Like, and I can't get over that shame, and that it's just the worst. Because if it wasn't weight related, I would have kept it. But
here's the thing. You're dealing with an addiction. You're suffering with addiction right now, sweetheart. You're suffering with addiction that is causing you mental harm. And I want you to recognize that the choice you made was an adult choice. I hope you're enjoying this show. And if you want to get more Gabby, you can click the link below, subscribe to my Dear Gabby podcast on Apple, be the first to know when the episodes drop because they come out 1 week before the video. And you can download it to your phone, listen to it while you're driving, while you're cooking, while you're working out. You can just get more Gabby wherever you are. And if you feel called, leave a review. I'd love to hear from you. Now let's get back to this episode. Right? You looked at yourself and you said, even though you're saying, oh, I didn't want to gain the weight, I think that there's a deeper part of you that knew that I'm mentally not capable of holding this right now. Right?
Yeah.
And so if someone were a drug addict and made the decision to have an abortion until they got sober, you would not be ashamed of them, would you?
No.
Food addiction is no different.
I see that. Yeah.
I also believe that look, this is a really loaded topic, and I want to be respectful of all different people's views on abortion. And I want to allow people to be wherever they are. I'm obviously being quite forthcoming with my views because I'm totally with you 100%. And I would be, it's just, this is the truth of where I'm at. I've always been very, very strong advocate for women's right to choose. But I don't want to turn anyone, I don't want to shame anyone in either way. Okay. But I'm with you here. And as we speak about this, I think we have to really recognize and understand, I believe from a spiritual perspective, that our spirit babies come to us in different forms. And sometimes they come in and they may leave us in some way, whether it be through an abortion or through a miscarriage or something late stage or whatever it is, but that soul still came to us to teach us. And so this soul came to you so that you could grow more. And sometimes that growth comes with a deeper bottoming out. But that bottom, as I always say, the wound is the place where the light enters you. And we hit that bottom, we crack open to possibilities. And so my prayer for you is that this is your bottom, and that you can look back and thank that little soul for helping you get there. And when you're ready, when you're stable and you're steady and you're healthy, that you can invite that soul to come back. Because the same soul can come back, babe. They can come back. And you'll know it. You'll know it in your heart. You'll know when you conceive, you'll know. My baby is with me. That baby's back. Okay? Whether it's that soul or another one, they're more coming to you. I promise you that. I promise you that. There's no doubt in my mind. But when a woman is suffering with addiction and makes the decision not to bring a child into a womb and to a body, into a world where the mother is suffering, that is a responsible choice.
Thank you. Thank you for your support. And
You're
thank you
welcome, my
everybody for your nice messages.
I also just want to really thank you for talking about something that you expressed you were ashamed of. That the shame is very, very scary emotion. To bring it here on Dear Gabby is a very big gift to many women that are watching that have been through the same experience. Okay. I want you to know that you've been of high service today.
Thank you. Thank you, Gabby. Thank you.
My love, please do your best to stay away from your mother right now. If you like this video and you want to get more Gabby, check out the next one right over here.